The making of a myth, motherhood beyond instinct. Motherhood, the word itself evokes a myriad of emotions, expectations, and assumptions. We often associate it with an inherent biological drive, a natural instinct that kicks in the moment a child is born. However, the experience of motherhood, as opposed to the biological event of birth, is far more complex than instinct alone. It is a multifaceted reality, profoundly shaped and molded by the societal norms and expectations that surround us. From the moment we are born, we are immersed in a culture that bombards us with images and narratives of what motherhood should look like. We are fed a steady diet of picture-perfect families, selfless mothers, and an idealized vision of maternal bliss. But this idyllic portrayal rarely reflects the messy, challenging, and deeply personal reality of raising children. The truth is, much of what we perceive as natural maternal instincts are, in fact, learned behaviors, socially constructed ideals that have been passed down through generations. These expectations, often unspoken and deeply ingrained, can create immense pressure on mothers, leading to feelings of inadequacy, guilt, and self-doubt. It is time we disentangle the myth of motherhood from the reality, recognizing the powerful influence of societal forces in shaping our understanding of this complex and deeply personal journey. The pressure to conform to these idealized images can be overwhelming. Mothers are constantly bombarded with messages about the right way to breastfeed, the best parenting techniques, and the appropriate level of emotional engagement. Failure to meet these often unattainable standards can lead to feelings of shame and inadequacy. It's time we acknowledge the role of societal pressure in shaping these expectations and begin to dismantle the myth of the perfect mother. Picture-perfect pressures. The media's influence on motherhood. The media plays a powerful role in perpetuating the myth of motherhood. From glossy magazines to heartwarming commercials, we are inundated with images of serene mothers effortlessly juggling childcare, careers, and picture-perfect homes. These idealized portrayals, while often aspirational, can create a sense of inadequacy and pressure for real mothers who struggle to live up to these manufactured standards. Social media further complicates this dynamic, offering a curated glimpse into the lives of others, often presenting an unrealistic and unattainable vision of motherhood. The constant barrage of perfectly posed photos, glowing birth stories, and seemingly effortless parenting can leave mothers feeling as though they are falling short. It is important to remember that social media offers a filtered perspective, a highlight reel that rarely captures the full spectrum of experiences that come with raising a family. The media's fixation on the perfect mother ignores the diversity of experiences that make up the tapestry of motherhood. It fails to capture the struggles, the sacrifices, and the raw, unfiltered emotions that come with raising children. This narrow and idealized representation not only sets unrealistic expectations, but also contributes to a culture of judgment and comparison among mothers. It is crucial to consume media with a critical eye, recognizing that the images and narratives presented are often carefully constructed and do not reflect the lived experiences of most mothers. By engaging in open and honest conversations about the realities of motherhood, we can begin to challenge these unrealistic portrayals and create a more supportive and inclusive environment for all mothers. A history of expectations, tracing the evolution of motherhood. The expectations surrounding motherhood are not static. They have evolved and transformed over time, reflecting the changing social, economic, and political landscapes of different eras. Understanding the historical context of these expectations can shed light on how societal norms have shaped our understanding of motherhood. In the Victorian era, for instance, motherhood was heavily romanticized, with women relegated to the domestic sphere, their primary role being that of wife and mother. This image of the self-sacrificing domestic goddess, while deeply ingrained in the cultural consciousness, often ignored the realities of women's lives, particularly those from marginalized communities who often had to work outside the home out of necessity. The 20th century saw significant shifts in gender roles and expectations, with women entering the workforce in increasing numbers. This led to a renegotiation of traditional family structures and a questioning of rigid gender roles. However, despite these advancements, the expectation of women to be the primary caregivers persisted, leading to the concept of the supermom, a woman who could effortlessly balance work, family, and domestic responsibilities. Today, we are witnessing a continued evolution of motherhood, with a growing recognition of diverse family structures, including single parents, same-sex couples, and blended families. This shift reflects a broader societal move towards inclusivity and a rejection of rigid, outdated norms. However, despite this progress, remnants of traditional expectations persist, often leading to judgment and discrimination against those who do not conform to the conventional nuclear family model. The Freudian factor, unpacking the psychological underpinnings. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, offered groundbreaking insights into the human psyche, including the complex dynamics of family relationships. While his theories have been both celebrated and criticized, they provide a valuable lens through which to examine the psychological underpinnings of motherhood and societal expectations. Freud's concept of the Oedipus complex, for example, while primarily focused on male development, highlights the crucial role of early childhood experiences in shaping our understanding of gender roles and family dynamics. The Oedipus complex suggests that children go through a developmental stage where they unconsciously compete with the same-sex parent for the attention and affection of the opposite-sex parent. This, according to Freud, contributes to the internalization of societal norms and expectations surrounding gender and family roles. While Freud's theories have been challenged and reinterpreted over the years, his emphasis on the formative influence of early childhood experiences remains relevant. Our understanding of motherhood, both consciously and unconsciously, is shaped by the family dynamics we are exposed to early in life, as well as the societal messages we absorb about what it means to be a mother. Furthermore, Freud's work on the unconscious mind sheds light on the deeply ingrained nature of societal expectations. He argued that our behaviors and beliefs are often driven by unconscious desires and motivations, shaped by societal norms and cultural values that we internalize from a young age. This suggests that the pressures and expectations surrounding motherhood are not merely external forces, but are also deeply embedded within our own psyches, influencing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors.